Well, good morning, nerds, and welcome to this Nerd News broadcast on the morning of February 1st. That doesn't seem right. Somehow we are already into the second month of 2018, the month of love. So, just a heads up to anyone out there who's unaware of that. If you're in a relationship, just, month of love sort of thing. I'm Joseph Craven, here for Nerd News, presented by Super Squad D, so be sure to go check out that channel as well. Alright, hope you've got your coffee ready. So we got plenty to get into today. Black Panther, of course, comes out on February 16th. A lot of people very, very excited about this movie. In fact, according to statistics, it is now the fastest pre-selling superhero film ever made. Of course, those statistics do come from Fandango and Alamo Drafthouse pre-sales, which is not exactly the broadest statistic base to come from, especially considering superhero movies don't exactly have the longest history either. It doesn't take away from how impressive it is. People are very, very excited about this movie. According to a poll that Fandango put out, the fans are most excited to see, quote, a positive message and a different kind of superhero movie than we've seen so far. Not everyone's looking forward to it, though. Some very angry DC fans, there are a few of them out there that are acting on this, they've created a Facebook event geared towards messing with the release of Black Panther. Not like physically messing with release day or anything, but no. Actually giving it poor reviews on Rotten Tomatoes before the movie comes out. The event is called Give Black Panther a Rotten Audience Score on Rotten Tomatoes, and it intends to do exactly what it says. They're also planning on getting onto Rotten Tomatoes and posting spoilers about the movie to anger any Marvel fans that haven't gotten around to seeing the movie quite yet. It's an odd thing to do, and it of course gives the good, and wholesome DCEU fans out there a bad name because the, one bad apple spoils the bunch. But it's not the first time that disgruntled DC fans have lashed out at Rotten Tomatoes specifically. They've claimed that the poor Rotten Tomatoes reviews for the DCEU films so far have been because of a Marvel bias, and some have even petitioned for the website to be shut down because of this supposed bias. It's worth noting, however, that Rotten Tomatoes is partially owned by Warner Brothers, who of course makes the DCEU. So it's kind of a, biting the hand that feeds you sort of a thing. Angry fans, pay attention. Keeping up with this movie motif, Nintendo has big news. They've announced that the wounds have finally healed from the Super Mario Bros. Movie in the early 90s, and they are ready to try to make another Mario movie. This one is, of course, going to be an animated film, which is a lot more promising considering not a whole lot of video game movies have really done well. Video games, difficult to translate to the big screen. They're hoping, though, that Illumination Studios can be the ones to put them over the edge. Illumination, of course, is known for the very popular Despicable Me franchise and the slightly less popular Secret Life of Pets. Illusion is also a branch of Universal Studios, which kind of plays into a deal that Universal and Nintendo signed about 2 years ago to make some Nintendo-licensed theme park attractions at the Universal Studios theme parks. In other Nintendo news, of course, the SNES Classic console has now sold over 4 million units, which are huge numbers for a system that technically first came out in 1990. Sadly, the NES Classic is still about 10 million units short of the current record-breaking Nintendo Switch, which has surpassed the entire lifetime sales of the Wii U, which only sold about 13 million units. The Hollywood Reporter is claiming that Star Wars fans might get their first look at Solo, a Star Wars story, as soon as this Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. What they don't claim is whether or not Star Wars fans even want a look at the movie. Despite Solo being out in May, we haven't really seen anything from this troubled project. Of course, the incidents that have come from Solo are well reported, including weird humor that off-put the studio so much that they fired the directors, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Those two are known for 21 Jump Street and the Lego Movie, both pretty successful films. However, apparently they were trying to bring a tone to Solo that Disney was not on board with, and they were replaced by Ron Howard. All of this bringing mixed emotions from fans. Hey, while we're at it, everyone comment on this video with your thoughts on Solo, because we want to know what you think, whether you're excited, whether this is all a bad idea and they should have given up a while back. Comment with your opinion. Finally, fans of Diablo will be happy to hear that its creator, Dave Brevnick, has unveiled his latest project, and guess what? There's going to be a beta for it starting tomorrow, February 2nd. IGN reports that It Lurks Below mixes elements of Diablo, Terraria, and Minecraft into an indie retro aesthetic. Closed beta is going to run from February 2nd until the evening of Monday, February 5th, and participants are being encouraged to stream their attempts at the game. Brevnick himself will be streaming on Twitch from 9 to 11 p.m. Pacific Time Friday, Saturday 3 to 5 Pacific Time p.m., Sunday 10 a.m. to noon Pacific Time, and Monday noon until 2 p.m. Pacific. Brevnick is very excited about It Lurks Below, his first project of his one-man studio Greybeard Games since 2013. It Lurks Below is scheduled for release on Steam later this year. That's going to do it for Nerd News this morning, February 1st. Thanks for joining us here. Shout out to everyone who joined live. Be sure to comment with your opinions on some of these news items or what you think are the biggest news items of the day. Be sure to subscribe to the channel too for the quickest news delivered straight to your eyeballs and ear holes. You know what? I feel bad about that sign off. I'm just going to go ahead and shut it down. I'm Joseph Craven. Thanks for watching Nerd News.